Well, consider yourself one of the lucky ones out there if you still have a job and you're holding on to it. But chances are you're dealing with a ton of added pressure and stress as a result. So we've got some motivation for you guys from Michelle DeAngelis. She's the author of, I love this title, Get a Life That Doesn't Suck. Welcome to the show.
Because why not, right?
Why not? Just get straight to the point, right? So you're here to help us survive in the workplace. You finding a lot of people are dealing with too much stress right now?
It is such a difficult time, and it's easy to hunker down. It's easy to get into fear mode, and really what people need to do is the opposite of that. They need to add value. They need to really make their boss look good. They need to be as professional as possible, even in the most difficult times.
Really rethink our actions, too. So let's get to some of the tips you have in your book. The first one is imagine that you're your boss. Kind of turn the tables, right?
Exactly, because so often it's easy for us to forget what our boss is going through. And the reason for doing this is so that you can make your boss look good, so that you can meet his or her needs, so that you can really shine and be viewed as irreplaceable, invaluable, and be farther down the list of people who might have to be laid off.
Yeah, that's true. And also you say act as if you're valuable to the company, as if you're confident, as if you are keeping your job, even if you don't know if you are going to be, right?
Yes.
How do you do that, though, if you're not really sure?
Well, it is very difficult. It requires you to summon all of your self-confidence. And the way to do it is to literally imagine that everything you do is as if you are keeping your job, as if your boss does see you as valuable. And it's a way of conducting yourself that displays less vulnerability, and that is kind of like, it's a variation on fake it till you make it.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's one of those things that's like those scientific studies. It shows if you smile, even if you do not feel like smiling, that it releases all those smiling brain chemicals that lift your mood. So it's the same kind of thing. It's step into what you know your boss is looking for.
Okay, your boss is also probably looking for someone who does not gossip. You say leave the gossip to the tabloids.
Oh my gosh.
Keep it away from the workplace.
Well, and in times like this, there's information hoarding, right? And so wherever there's a vacuum or speculation, people tend to gossip or fill it with negative things. Okay. Stay away from that. Do not hang around the water cooler and even participate in that, because first of all, it erodes your self-confidence and gets you stuck on what might happen. And rather than, being focused on your work and meeting your deadlines and not being seen as one of those who's part of that gossipy clique,
right.
It's very counterproductive.
And also people are having to learn how to cope. In your book you say, sure, you know it, but are you doing it? So some examples of that?
Sure. Well, one of the things I say to people is get out of victim mode. Choose how you want to show up at work. And so many people are like, I have to do this, or my boss makes me do that. And it's really not about that. You are at your job, and usually you're lucky to be at your job, certainly in today's market. And so the sooner that you come to terms with the fact you're choosing to stay at that job, even if you don't love it, it lets you show up a little bit differently. It lets you use those coping skills that, the breathing, the counting your blessings, all that, being glad for, the fact they give you free beverages in the afternoon, whatever the little things are that make your day better, because otherwise you get stuck in a rut where you're grinding on yourself and your psyche gets so worn down.
There's so many tips in here, but thank you so much for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Of course.
And you guys can pick up Michelle's book. It's called Get a Life That Doesn't Suck. It's available now. Also, if you want to take a free quiz to help you get a life that doesn't suck, you can go to our website, bettertv.com, and click on the links tab.
This has been bettertv.com. Please email us your thoughts, ideas at bettertv.com.